Thank you very much, Tom, for your kind words and for your introduction and for your great leadership. Thanks to all the international officers and directors and to all my Steelworkers sisters and brothers. It is wonderful to be here with my beautiful wife and all my union leaders who are here with me. Let me say just something in Spanish because I want to salute also my brothers from the international different unions and confederations that are present in this convention. Saludo con mucho afecto a mis compañeras y compañeros, líderes sindicales internacionales y desde luego en especial a los compañeras y compañeros de México, de Latinoamérica, que todos los días luchamos por la justicia, el respeto y la dignidad de la clase trabajadora. The last time I addressed this convention in 2017, I was a political exile living in Canada. My union was under a brutal attack from right-wing governments and companies like Grupo Mexico. Mexican workers were facing an uphill battle against the combined forces of the government, the big corporations, and the company-dominated unions. Today, I am a senator of the Mexican Republic, chairman. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Chairman of the Labor Committee in the Senate and member of other committees, and we have ratified the ILO Convention 98, passed a labor law that mandates the democratic control of unions by their members, not by the companies, not by governments, not by corrupted trade union leaders. And another fundamental reform that forbids outsourcing, probably the most important reform that we have introduced under this present administration, and we have recovered 4.5 million formal jobs that were lost during this system that prevailed for 10 years in Mexico. And so we have made a big change in many other labor reforms, but we are progressing every single day in bringing more freedom, justice, and democratic activities for our members and brothers from los Mineros and all the working class of Mexico. Los Mineros, our union, my union, have won major strikes, including a big one recently against ArcelorMittal, achieving the highest wage increases and profit share ever. Likewise, we have used the rapid response mechanism through the United States, Mexico, and Canada to force Stellantis, the global auto company that includes the former Chrysler plants in the U.S., to recognize our members, and after an 8-year conflict at the Texas auto plants, we won that, and it was a victory for our members recently in the last 2 weeks. And by the way, the leader of that fight is one of our union sisters, Imelda Jimenez, who was recently elected Secretary of Political Affairs of the National Board of Los Mineros, making her the second woman on our National Executive Committee. Carla Judith Alvarez was the first woman who achieved that and is here with us, participating in the international solidarity that characterizes the United Steelworkers and Los Mineros. Both Carla and Imelda are in the United Steelworkers Leadership Scholarship Program. How did we achieve this amazing series of victories? Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, for 3 main reasons. The first was the love of my family and my wife, Oralia, and the unwavering loyalty of tens of thousands of brave Mineros members over the past 16 years. Some gave their lives, some went to jail, and many lost their jobs. I honor and thank them, and I will do it permanently. Second, the support of President Andrés Manuel López Obrador, who asked me to run and be elected as a senator, and who has done so much to help the poor and working people of Mexico, Like Joe Biden, he is a man with a big heart and a razor-sharp mind who understands the struggles of workers and speaks their language. Finally, the support and solidarity of workers around the world, but especially of fourth great trade union leaders. Leo Gerard, a mine worker, a great leader, and a great internationalist who has always supported los mineros and workers worldwide in the fight for justice. Leo, you have always been an inspiration to me and to all the mineros in Mexico. Ken Newman, my friend and brother, the former national director for Canada of the United Steelworkers Le Métalleux, who came many times to Mexico and was by my side when I was sworn into the Senate. Thank you, Ken, for everything. Bob LaVenture, former District 12 Director, a friend of Los Mineros in the battle against Grupo Mexico. This multinational company has created so much damage to many workers around the world, in Mexico, in the United States, and Peru, until Bob passed ultimately. And he always said, and we always remind him of saying, uno más, Bob. And my dear friend Richard Tronca, the president of the AFL-CIO, a champion of mine workers and all working people around the world, rich vision of enforceable labor rights in the United States, Mexican and Canadian trade agreement is paying all for los mineros and all the independent Mexican unions who are represented here today. I will also add two more persons that I really were very grateful because when we arrived to Canada in 2006, under a tremendous political persecution, they opened their arms, they opened their friendship, their brotherhood, and they were very supportive of our struggle. Steve Hunt, the director of District 3 at that time, and of course Carol Landry, who was also the international vice president at large of the United Steelworkers. They really brought us friendship, support. Even they provided me with an office in District 3 where I was working from there and connecting with my colleagues in Mexico through a video conference. But let me tell you a story about Leo Gerard, because when I met him for the first time 18 years ago in Phoenix, Arizona, we immediately had a great connection. I was not still living in exile at that time. And after a long meeting, we concluded that multinational companies were globalizing their activities to increase profits, reduce costs, and have under control the labor force. And that if we unions didn't globalize our strategies, solidarity and memberships, we would risk disappearing in the long run. Sisters and brothers, today we still face many challenges. And in order to secure supply chains, many international companies are moving production from China and Asian countries to Mexico. But that doesn't mean that they want to pay fair wages. We must keep organizing and fighting to increase wages for Mexican workers and end the race to the bottom that threatens American and Canadian jobs. Enforceable workers' rights in the United States in the United States, Mexican and Canadian agreement is a first great step, but we need these rights in every trade agreement. Critical minerals, on the other side, are essential for the energy transformation that we must undertake to fight global warming. But many of these minerals are in China or controlled by multinational companies that exploit workers, communities, and the environment. In Mexico, we have nationalized lithium mines and are fighting for laws to protect workers' safety and establish democratic control over the industry. We must also demand real accountability from multinational companies like Grupo Mexico that hurt workers, communities, and the environment wherever they go. President Conway, sisters and brothers of the United Steelworkers, and from around the world, thank you very much for this opportunity to address you today. Thank you, and solidarity forever. Thank you, brothers and sisters.